How low can Zen go? Well, theoretically, it could go to 17 zeros and 1. Okay? So the max lowness would be 18 decimal points. Now, we're talking 100x, 10,000x, 100,000, million x.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
More crypto gains. What's going on, guys? You want to talk Zen? You come to the right place. The Zen Master is here. All right. So today's topic is: did the bots ruin Zen? All right. There's a lot of ways to look at this. Now, first and foremost, it always costs something on ETH to do a transaction. Now, there's the whole thing was Zen exploited, blah, blah, blah. So-and-so got 100 million. 100 million, Max Exchange had billions. So, I mean, from that standpoint, 100 million, something about someone's Sybil attacks, spoofing validators, whatever. Now, keep in mind, that's all short game. That is all short game, okay? So you have to look at the bigger picture. Number one, do I think the bots ruin Zen? I think on the other chains, BSC, Polygon, and that, yeah, just because the price to transact is so small, you're going to have an absurd amount of coins for it to have any value. Okay, number one. So on those chains, like I said, the value, there is value. The value of participation, you're capturing the value of the gas fee as parallel value on the Zen network. Okay, so on ETH, that gas fee varies, and ultimately the bots are basically spending a lot of money to get a lot of coins. So the question is, will they sit on those coins for a rainy day? That's a great question. You know, the reality is in crypto, most people can't even hold a coin for a week. So again, I go back to the long-term play on this, and that is there's a lot of participation, which is value, and there's a lot of volume. So, you know, from that standpoint, I don't think the bots are actually expanding the market cap of Zen by mining so much and putting more coins in circulation. Okay? So from that standpoint, to answer the question, did the bots ruin Zen? I think on the other chains it did, per se, for anything of great value. And on ETH, I don't think so, because again, it's pay to play. They're still paying money to mine the token, okay, period, because of that gas fee. Now, if they're slipping blocks in with a trick or whatever, you know, it's fine, but they're still paying a gas fee, all right? Now, miner exhaustion. You know, will participation fade? I think it will. The initial excited people that thought they were going to make a bunch of money, you will lose a certain percentage of participation just through miner exhaustion. So I think some people will get exhausted with this, managing all these wallets, etc., etc. Now, what's my mining strategy moving forward? I'm probably gonna I have some really long stakes out there, but I have a 10-day. I'll probably flip those into 30 days on the wallets that mature. And as those mature, I'll pair those up with my fees and my LP to continue to DCA into this. I mean, again, ultimately, at the end of the day, my goal is to get as many Zen coins as possible on the long term, as efficiently as possible. And as I stated in my strategy videos, if you haven't seen those, watch those, there's 2 of them. I think the most efficient way to get Zen is through LP. And again, some things to think about. Well, and to be aware about adding LP. Again, I reiterate, you will lose USD value in the short term. So any money you put in there, you have to be willing to, in essence, sacrifice it for the DCA. Because the idea is to find the bottom. So each time we lose a decimal point, it's a 10x. And, you know, how low can Zen go? Well, theoretically, it could go to 17 zeros and 1. Okay? So the max lowness would be 18 decimal points. Now, we're talking 100x's, 10,000x's, 100,000, million x. We're talking 1 million x's if it gets that low, okay? If it gets that low. So that's why it's important. I added, it's on CoinGecko now, so you can kind of monitor your bag a little bit, monitor those decimal points. I'm staying in the highest volume pool, the V3 USDC pool. Now, if that would shift to ETH, I would change that, but I think the focus is on USDC because we're in this, you know, this kind of bear market right now. So people want to keep that. So what am I doing? Again, as my stakes mature, I will sell half or sell all of it and then pair it up with my liquidity fees that I'm making so that I can continue to capture value as the price goes down. Because, you know, like I said, in the short term, it's just going to be massive pressure, minor exhaustion, and, you know, we'll see. But I do believe people will start making dabs and stuff for this, just because it's, you know, it's the buzz. I don't know what people are going to do, but it should be interesting nonetheless. So that is the topic of today's video. I just thought it kind of popped in my head, and I was like, this is probably a good thing. I really don't think, I think the bots are actually good for the network because they're perpetuating the supply times the price, which equals greater market cap at the end of the day. And, you know, just look at what happened with Sheep. You never know. And if the cost of participation is low, why not do it? So, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed today's video. This is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.